Welcome back to 4 Geeks by Geeks, the place where geeks come to geek out, and welcome to Season 2 of Cloudscape!
Dun, dun, dun.
Let us know if you enjoyed Season 1, or if you're like, what the hell are you talking about? You can go back and watch Season 1. Things got mad crazy, and we've all leveled up since then.
Hey.
Punch me in the face, I dare you.
So, real quick, can you guys
feel it?
Go through, introduce yourselves, and where we left your characters, and how you might have buffed your character since last season. Starting with Britt.
Okay. So we last left Kit with her dad.
Aww.
She finally found her. Well, it's not that she finally found it, but she found him, and she finally explained to him who he actually was. He was not Leonold, but due to my Freudian slip, he is Tobias. So that was an emotional moment. So I think since then, Kit has now added a new stunt called the Ginger Snap, and she adds +2 to intimidation when she's threatened by an opposing party. And I moved up my physique because from mediocre to average. So now I get a +1 to physique because I feel we're getting into some sketchier things and she might need to fight a little bit more. So, or do a little bit more activity. So I feel like that is a necessity. But I love how Kit is evolving so far, and I can't wait to see what season 2 brings.
Next.
I'll go.
Okay.
You called her out, so I figured you're
Yeah, I
someone
thought
else
we were
out.
all gonna get
I like being
slammed
chaotic
down.
and just seeing what happens.
Sirkin has upgraded from mediocre to average his resources because now he's finding himself in bed with a lot of people who have got a lot of resources.
Just make sure you use protection.
Right. I converted a stunt that I'm not going to share just yet because I think it's going to come out in mode. Excited about it.
Yay.
Interesting. Well, I guess I'm already talking, so it might as well go.
Funny bone.
Man.
Death by Funny Bone.
So, Al here, just simply moved fight from mediocre up to average. He already had a good physique and some will, but being with his old time friend, Waylon, he's picking up a few things. He's feeling more confident with his ability to actually engage in some scruffs, some stuffs, some whatevers. So that's simply all I did.
Just got better at fighting. Nothing wrong with that. For me, Wayland has taken X for the first time and didn't die.
Hey,
so
not nothing.
so I moved my shoot and expertise around so that I will be able to use it a little bit more adeptly. I also changed the way that using X is going to work, a little bit more chaotic. I just did a lot of physical fighting buffs, and then with
you
my
clearly need it.
yeah, with my extra refresh point, I immediately spent it to become an indomitable force, taking less damage once per combat. So, hit me in the face. I dare you,
All right.
all of you at once. I won't even look.
And T?
Theo added shoot from mediocre to average because Theo ended season 1 with starting, I believe we established, was 3 wars all
I
at
think
the same
4
time.
or 5.
I don't think so. Kieran, the aftermath of Ren, and then whatever is going to come from Errol Faust.
Oh yeah. And then the other two took care of the other two wars.
Exactly.
Sure.
So yeah, Theo didn't change much. Theo still hasn't used a skill yet.
That's
and
not true.
A stunt.
Or it hasn't used a stunt yet.
Mhm.
And my goal is that Theo is going to not use one the entire campaign. Because if I play Theo correctly, he's not going to have a reason to.
Okay. That's fine. They're there for you if you want. If not, that's fine. But everybody did get one extra refresh fate point, so that at the start of each session, they are now starting with 4, with the exception of Wayland, because he cashed one in for an extra stunt.
So now
I did
Josh
too.
has more availability
Oh,
to
I
give me
I
more
did too. So
damage.
I have 4 stunts and 3 points.
Thank you. Putting yours away. And those fate points will come in handy when invoking aspects, when using their stunts, and when adding story details that fuck up the rest of the campaign. But that's fate. You guys, I'm not ready for this, but are you?
I'm ready.
I'm so ecstatic. I'm ready to piss on some people's shoes in their Cheerios.
I'm keeping my shoes and Cheerios away from you.
But without further ado, let's begin season 2 of Cloudscape. Previously on Cloudscape, Sirkin and Kit were found in the Knights
Underbelly.
of the underbelly of the Knights of Axiom headquarters, where Sirkin was shared some extra information on how the Knights get in and out of places between spaces here in Aurora, while Kit went and found breakfast, but instead found her father in the kitchen. And literally without meaning to, she said his real name, his government name,
Government name.
name, triggered a flood of memories, and then shared that photo of him with Kit on his knee. And
You're
true
welcome.
identities were unveiled. And in a very emotional moment, they reconnected. All of his memories are not back, but he does now know who you are, Kit, and who he is. Just not his nature in all of this. Meanwhile, back at the Iron Corners, Wayland and Theo were cleaning up their aftermath of their battle with Ren. Left the body where it was, paid off the goons or actually already paid the goons to not see shit, not say shit, but to flag
Theo had
down.
previously added them to the payroll, though.
Right. And to call it in a little while Alsvid trailed the body of Alden Gold to a medbay where a certain call was made to Janessa Gold, Alden's mother, letting her know that he had been killed. They took his body upstairs where she collected it. Words were exchanged, though Alsvid hid himself far enough away that he didn't quite hear what they said, and they drove away with the body. All escaped that area until the next morning, when a headline read, "Secret fight ring discovered, arch luminary of engineering responsible, youngest Gold murdered."
Boy.
So, let's start at Max's.
Oh,
Are
sorry,
you
really
still
quick.
split? Yes,
I dropped some rings
you
from
did.
Sigurd's Reach on the luminary near the luminary's corpse.
Oh, it was the finger rings, not the bands. Oh, I noted that wrong. That changes a lot.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm trying to put some heat on my my old son-in-law, not son-in-law, godson.
Oh, he's your godson now too. Everybody
Well,
has
that
a
was the
godson.
joke. That was the joke that we made. Because like who else would it be? That was like he's obviously an adult, so it doesn't matter. But that was my best friend's son.
Right.
I'm gonna spend a fate point to make that your godson.
It's my godson. He is. He's just not my godson because he's autonomously an adult.
I don't think that changes anything. I think
It does.
the relationship is still there.
Yeah, but I'm not like. There's no.
But now it's
formative-
canonized.
Yeah.
I
never
mean,
had to-
Leona is still a adult by age standards, but
I guess. Formative years in that.
And
I didn't just adopt a 30.
You know what? I'm your godson.
And he's my fucking godson. Sirkin, get your own godchildren.
And I didn't realize T just made a note in the private chat that we had a season last 3 whole days.
Yes.
The
3
first
days.
season,
Yep, 3
happened
days.
over 3 days.
Less
my
than
God.
a week.
Guys, when is Thursday? How long until Thursday?
Today's
Because-
Thursday.
Might be
Because-
today.
Today's Thursday.
Because
for sure.
somebody has 2 dates
That's
with
true.
2 different bitches.
I don't know why you guys believe Theo is bad at time management.
Well, because you have 2 dates
Because
with
it's
2
literally
bitches
one
on the
of
same
your
day.
troubles, isn't it?
No.
Isn't it one you like can't please everybody or something?
Yeah, it's just can't make everyone happy. That doesn't mean he's not good at time management.
It just means
Can
you
we just,
you could overpromise.
Season 2, episode 1, just Theo managing 2 dates like a family
The
channel special.
sitcom.
So you guys just want to sit here and watch Bozer and I flirt with each other for 2 hours.
So the other
Uh,
of us
and
are
then
going to
have you-
play the other dates you have as you move around
Yes.
the restaurant. To each of our
No,
dates, and
no,
we
I
see how
wanna
long
sit
it
back
takes you
and
to
watch.
mess
I
it
think
up.
you guys need to understand that that is for sure what's happening because you guys used fate points to make that all happen. Theo's going to put them in opposite corners and rotate around.
Damn.
Anyway, let's pick up at Max's. That morning, the headlines are read on the papers. It's on the airwaves. Tabitha comes reaching into the Max's with a paper in her hand.
Theo has the news on loud. He's grinning ear to ear. He's sipping coffee. Feet are kicked up on the desk.
Theo, what the hell?
Good morning to you.
What the hell? Your name is in this paper.
I know.
Did you kill him,
Kill who?
Alden?
No.
What? It says right here,
Alden who?
Gold.
He's dead?
She marches right over and like kicks the whatever your feet are and, off, and she's like, "Listen to me. I'm not being funny. You in real danger. We gotta get you out of here."
Oh, it's fine. You should be expecting a call from Gold's secretary today, though. May or may not have sent him flowers yesterday.
His secretary, Kieran Gold's about to bust in that door and murder you.
Oh, I so hope he tries.
And she like panics, starts going to the desk and starting like clear things and putting it in boxes.
If you need some time off, that is perfectly okay. This was all strategically planned.
She stops what she's doing. She reaches behind the bar, grabs a glass and a bottle, and sits down on the footstool that your feet were on, pours her a shot.
Fucking 8 in the morning.
8 in the morning.
I'd be
5 o'clock somewhere.
Theo, you know that I will do whatever I can to protect you and support you. So I just need you to get me on the same fucking page.
Yeah, it's right there, page 1, front page. I made it there.
Oh shit! Slams another shot. What's the play here, Theo?
All right, so the play here is Aaron Faust. He's out.
Errol?
Yeah. We've got a mutually beneficial individual now taking place.
Who?
What's her name?
Ren or Retta?
Retta. You remember her.
That horrible reporter?
Horror. That's a bit of a stretch.
She's clearly just using you.
No, she was very hesitant to do all of this.
I just don't understand how you think you can do anything for her. Once you are either dead or in prison. And
Because
you know that
neither of those things will happen.
you don't just get to decide who's an arch luminary. It comes from the fucking king.
Yeah, we'll deal with that.
Oh my god, Theo, what have you done? What have you done?
Did you want me to continue on that, or did you want me to go on to step?
Just keep talking.
So speaking of arch luminaries, hypothetically, there may be another story later this week.
Is
Yeah,
this
that
a
was
shot story, or is this a no-shot story?
I don't think it's a shot story. You'll think it's a shot story.
Where's a shot?
Nah, you might want to make it a double.
Hit me with it.
Theo is still grinning ear to ear right now.
What have you done?
I didn't do anything. Hypothetically speaking, I protected myself and another individual from an individual attempting to end our life.
This person being...
Hypothetically, in this made-up scenario right now, Ren Jepsen.
And she just, like, sits deeper onto the footstool. You killed Renget Jepsen?
No. Who said he's dead? I just said there may be a story about him later this week.
Theo. The Golds? After you? He's bad.
Who said Kieran's after me?
King Praxis? The throne after you?
Again, why is he after me?
You don't just get to go around killing luminaries.
I haven't killed a luminary. I don't understand why we're miscommunicating here.
And she gets up and she's pacing around.
This is like your parental figure thing.
And was flashing back to when T was like 16 and pulling that.
Yeah, he's like getting in fights in high school and stuff. What? There might be a kid with a broken nose. I'm not saying that I did it. I'm just saying that he's crying and he's coming over here.
We were in the same place. Yes.
On
Yep.
the television, amidst the like breaking news, you hear the and the reporter's like, just getting this in. This is happening in real time, folks. You're hearing this while I'm hearing this. There might be some additional breaking news regarding a certain arch luminary. Stay tuned for details. It cuts to commercial.
Oh man, I wonder what's going on.
Theo, you've gone too far.
You see, that's the thing. And Theo's smile is going to disappear. I haven't gone far enough, and that's why we're in this situation.
She's just gonna back up, place the whiskey in the glass on the bar. And she just marches up the stairs. Shortly after, you hear, "What the fuck? Who are you? Get your raggedy ass out of this room!" And this, she's talking to you, Waylon. She found you.
Oh, I guess I was getting dressed, maybe.
Very
just like-
nice, but get it the fuck out of here.
Just like hopping with like one leg out
Down
of
the
the
steps.
trying to put my pants on with one hand, mind you. The other, the wooden like claw hand is just like kind of like holding. I'm just. Sorry. Good morning.
Good morning. Goodbye. And she pushes the other room and slams the door.
Oh shit. My shirt was in there.
Creaks open the door, puts in the hook to slide it across.
Do you?
No, I'm gonna leave her be. She's the only thing that Wayland is afraid of right now.
Does Wayland still have the mask on?
No, come on. I didn't sleep with it on.
That's a
Maybe-
valid question, I think, to
That's
ask.
a valid question.
Wait, maybe
It's very comfy.
it's so cozy. Is the
You
thing?
forget that it's on.
What would you like to
Well,
notice? Something.
you took it off to shower.
Yeah, I had
so
to have.
it-
I had to
yeah.
have. Yeah, it's off. It's off. Thank
You're
you.
gonna
You're right. I
waterboard
didn't shower
yourself.
with it on.
Yeah. Because once you came out in the rain, it probably doesn't do super well being wet.
Yeah.
Theo burned it with all the other clothes, so now you have to call Truman to get another one.
Oh damn. Man, is it burned? No, that's not canon.
No,
Nah,
I'm being silly.
you're so silly. Alright,
As
she kicks you out of the room.
Wayland comes down the stairs, Wayland, I know this probably goes without saying, but I am now your attorney, and you do not speak to anybody without me present.
I don't speak to anybody.
I'm aware of that. Just needed to make sure we were speaking the unspoken at the moment.
You're
in
not.
time.
You're not impeding on my social life.
Coffee.
Do you have a shirt?
Yeah. And Theo's just gonna go to his desk and pull out a spare shirt he's gotten in his desk drawer.
Now, does it fit me, or does it look like one of those? Like, cause it's like a button-up collar shirt. I'm assuming, right?
Oh no, I think it would just be like an under. Like I think it would just
Okay,
be a
okay.
standard like T-shirt.
But it's
Okay,
so
okay.
tight on you.
'Cause, yeah, that's what I was
People
thinking. I was
come-
just
oh,
like
yeah, for sure.
on my old man buff bod. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I'll slip that on, and coffee would be great, and I'll sit at the bar, I guess.
And Theo's been in such a good mood this morning. It's not cheap coffee, like he'd like French like pressed drip coffee.
So
Can I make some?
prestigious.
Can I make some kind of check to see if he's lost his mind?
Do you like
Insight?
a perception check or insight?
Do you want to set? Do you want to set a DCT?
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't think it'd be super high, but I can definitely, depending how you roll, I can give you a peek behind the curtain.
Okay. Well, I'm so very perceptive. So my +1 is completely negated by the -1 roll. So.
Theo's just as you see him all the time.
Okay. I'm not like gonna say anything out loud. I don't think yet. I'm gonna let it stew. But I am noting that I'm like a little bit concerned. Let the DM know that I am a little concerned for this individual's mental state.
Sure. Al, where have you been sleeping?
Who knows?
Assume on
I
the
probably would have been downstairs, just like kicking it at the bar.
So in all this,
In all this,
What are you
I
your coat's over your face.
yeah, I'm like behind the bar, and I just like come up, and I'm like, she's in a mood. What's going on now?
And Theo's just going to slide the paper over to Al because I don't think he would be aware of.
plus the news is on.
Yeah. As previously stated to Wayland, I am now your attorney, and you do not speak to anybody without me.
This is I'm not a part of this. I'm not a part of this.
See, but after this next sentence, you will be. You two are in the loop enough. I am taking down Kieran with the sole intent of replacing him.
So you're on a suicide mission?
No. Kieran's past his prime.
Okay. I don't know exactly how to say this as the character, but like if you were running for president, you'd have like a campaign. You'd have your values set in. You know what I mean? Okay, I got it. Actually, never mind. What do you get out of this?
his organization in a way to actually make this area a safe place.
The people he works for don't have the income they make. It's not legitimate. How are you going to keep all these boats afloat?
There's ample opportunity to be made outside of Zodicium. There's always going to be corruption. There's always going to be evil. There's no reason to be the perpetuality of the negative. We can be the voice for the voiceless. We can be the protector of those in need. And Kieran is solely responsible for most of that. You can't eliminate it, but you can take control of it.
At that moment, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, it's okay. I don't mind. I was just gonna reiterate, like, my ambition lies with getting my brothers back and having the integrity of what I built mean something again.
And I would like to assist you in achieving that goal.
For as long as those align, then
It goes without stating that Kieran is solely responsible for Sigurd's Reeds being where they are at this point.
not solely.
We remove that thorn, Sigurd's Reach can go back to the renowned, respectable institute that it once was.
Just don't bite off more than you can chew.
At that moment, you hear the reporter on the television. It appears we're going to cut to a news brief happening at the Citadel with Commander Oren. Stay tuned. And the camera cuts to in front of the Citadel, which is the Light Guard main hub. And you see Commander Oren, who's the head of the Light Guard here in Aurora. So a large fellow, probably used to be a lot fitter in his younger years, but he still kept it pretty tight. He's wearing the markings of the Light Guard, except he's got kind of these fatigues over it. You saw him march through the Sesquicentennial Parade that first day. He's got kind of a heavy brow, or a bald head, and a mustache.
This is the Luminary of Justice?
No, this is just the commander of the Light Guard.
Okay.
He's the head of the police department.
Okay, so the Luminary of Justice is a different thing? Or is it more of like a political stance? It's not necessarily like he's a paladin or something?
The Luminary of Justice would be like the High Courts.
Okay. He's like a judge.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay.
Keeping law and order in that sense.
Okay.
But the commander would be like the hands and feet of that justice with the Light Guard.
Okay.
We've received reports this morning of some nefarious nature going on in the wee hours of last night. We understand that things might have happened with Archluminary Ren Jebsen. We are unwilling to share any real details of that at this moment as investigation proceeds. We are ready to speak, however, of the perishing, the loss of an esteemed gold family, Alden. His mother is here to share on those thoughts. Janessa. And that same woman that you saw last night, Al, pick up the body of Alden, steps forward. Still very elegant, wearing a different outfit from last night. A bit of a veil covering part of her face with her long, dark, silky hair. white alabaster skin and heavy eye makeup, and she's again looking like far too glamorous in not an overdone way, like beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm.
In a long dark outfit. And beside her is the oldest son, Finnegan, who you had spoke at the parade. He's just standing there in his simple suit, his arms folded, looking down. She steps up to the microphone, puts her hand around Finnegan. Thank you for allowing me to speak, Commander Orin. We grieve this morning the loss of my beautiful boy, Alden. He was murdered in cold blood by a fiend. And she looks up at the camera. A fiend who we know very well who and where he is. He will be dealt with in due time, in our own way. And we ask for privacy and grace as we go through this as a family.
How does Orton respond to her stating that they're going to take care of it in their own
Yeah,
way?
I was like, that doesn't sound in keeping with the law.
Theo is curious if Orton's on their payroll or if he is being blindsided by this
Sure.
statement right now.
And she, as she steps aside, he kind of briefly gets in front of the mic. Our condolences to the Gold family. We are continuing to investigate this, and he's like looking assuredly at Janessa, and the perpetrator will be brought to justice through appropriate means. That's all that we will say at this time. Thank you. And camera cuts back to the reporter. Thank you. Stay tuned as we are continuing to collect the details of an ongoing story, unsure of where this thread will end as we pull it. Back to you.
And then to reiterate, they didn't announce that Ren was dead, that he is simply being investigated.
Correct.
Okay.
And it's
Theo
not
is
public
back
knowledge.
grinning ear to ear.
It's not public knowledge as to where his laboratory is, right?
Correct.
No. Correct. But to maybe connect some dots, you would know that when Alden's body was taken to Janessa, she would have probably asked how it happened, and they would have said he was killed by a man with a hook in a fight. So they don't know exactly who this person is, but they do have a vendetta against a certain man with a hook.
Yeah.
Theo does need to make a phone call.
Yeah, they do know that, hey? Captain Hook killed him. I mean, he fell. And then I
To be
fell.
fair,
And then I
On
also
top of-
fell second time. And what was I gonna do? Fall on the spikes?
But notice that nothing was mentioned about he got himself killed in a fight. The narrative that they are going to spin is that he was murdered in cold blood.
Unjust.
Yeah, and I still am owed 10,000 credits or whatever. So that's bullshit.
Theo, you said you were making a phone call?
Yeah, Theo wants to call the guard that he's familiar with from last night.
Okay. Excuse me. Trying to burp. Yeah. Theo, what's up?
I need you down to Max's from the hours of 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday. That is your new position.
Yeah. Doing what exactly?
Protecting Tabitha and keeping sure that nothing happens to the store.
Yeah, you're in a lot of hot water, dude. My advice, you wouldn't stay there.
My advice is I pay you to go where I tell you to go. And speaking of, go ahead and call your lippy friend and make sure he's with you.
Yeah, like I know that you're a man of your word and you've got the resources, but this better be expensive for you.
See you in the hour. And Theo hangs up the phone.
At that moment, you hear a clattering above. And down the stairs, you hear Tabitha. And she's got some suitcases. Theo, I love you. I prefer you stay in this mortal realm. But I don't know what kind of vendetta you're on, or this path you're on. But I want you to know, I do not support it.
Leave in an hour. Before you go, you'll have an armed guard with you, and I need you to call a temp while you're gone, please.
Yes, Mr. Maxwell. And she opens up the bookcase, puts herself in it, and closes it.
Repeat that? What?
What the fuck did she do? Like a turtle?
She went into the vault.
The vault. The hidden...
Dude,
Oh,
you said bookcase? I thought you said briefcase, bro. I thought you said briefcase.
I did the same thing you did, Austin.
I thought you were just like,
what
I thought she was like,
just
she's like had her
happened?
bags, and she's like, well, I will be leaving. Latch.
in the
Dude,
vaulted room,
I
sorry.
was losing my goddamn mind. I'm like, okay, this woman is small, but how big is that fucking briefcase? Okay, anyway, sorry about that.
Austin, we went to the same place, but I was
Oh,
equally confused.
Yeah.
Wayland is gonna start chuckling a little bit. It's gonna set in. Just like, you know, it's funny. You're starting to remind me a lot of this little girl that you were reprimanding from punching up.
What are you talking about?
There's
I have resources. She is a college student in over her head.
but your goals are very aligned.
Yeah, I'm not blowing people up. There's a difference. I don't harm innocents. She did not care about the innocents.
I mean, the difference between a refined blade and a blunt object. They're still swinging at the same target.
But again, she's swinging at innocents. I'm swinging at those who need some repentance.
I just wonder if this whole thing wouldn't get you closer.
Maybe.
And that's that. I'm kind of closing the conversation off. Just something I wanted him to think about.
And I think Theo's going to sit down and probably work on some open cases he probably has.
Okay.
This felt like a good jump time, so.
Okay. So let's hop over down to the
I'll
night.
see how they respond to the news.
Axiom,
Oh my god.
who at this very moment are also getting the same news. And
Sirkin is just getting it like 4 seconds before everyone else.
yeah,
Connected to the radio waves.
I hear the radio in another room before the TV comes on with the news. The breaking news comes at different places.
and somebody's like, you hear outside the kitchen area people running back and forth as you and your dad are finishing up this like moment. And now having this kind of new relationship with you, you can feel him feel more protective and the hustle and bustle. And he stands up and pulls you up too. And just like grabs somebody outside.
Does he pick her up and carry her down the fucking hallway?
No, just pulls her to her feet. You're muted, hon.
Come with me, kitten.
All right, Arnold.
That's what runs in the family, just taking somebody that you want to protect and just carrying them places.
Breaking their feet. No, he pulls you to your feet and goes to the door and grabs somebody. What's going on? And somebody stops. It's like, Alden Gold? He's dead.
Oh, they didn't know that. They didn't know that at all.
Something's happened.
Sirkin smiling ear to ear.
To Ren? I don't know. I don't know. We're on the move. And people are running on. Kit. I'm kind of at a loss on what to do here.
There's nothing you can do. Does the announcement of Alden Gold mean anything to you?
I know that he's involved in all this, and I know the Golds aren't great people, and I'm pretty sure Ren was an arch luminary, right? Like Naraya.
Yeah. I mean, working title. He's kind of a douche.
What I mean is, I don't know what to do with you. Do I get you out of here? Do you come with me? I need some help on how to Dad right now.
Same.
I honestly feel like here's one of the safest places to be.
Then as Pfeiffers, let's go make ourselves useful.
All right.
And he's gonna lead you down the hallway. What he's looking for is Naraya, who you quickly run into in the same war room with Sirkin. And she is putting her papers together. This is not ideal. I am now torn in even a greater sense, as all the archluminaries have been summoned to the Shining Seat.
Alden competed in that contest of his own free will. I heard his name being announced to the ring on my way out. Vox can validate that claim.
That being what it may, it doesn't change what the Golds are prepared to do for their son.
But
Do
you
you-
do have the information.
Do you have any ties to his death, Sirkin? Oh, Kit. And seeing kind of a newfound familiarity between you and Tobias. That might be another discussion. Kit, do you have any ties to Alden's death or what may have happened to Ren?
Depends. What degree of separation do you connect?
Yeah.
We were there when he was announced into the ring, and we left, as I said.
My fear is that Alden's death will trigger an erratic and expedient end to their means.
So you're familiar with Kieran, as we all are.
Quite. I must make my leave of this place and wear my other hat. Vox?
Does she physically change hats?
No. It's not.
She takes her hair out of her bun and
Who had to wear a different hat all the time in Kingdom Come? Do you remember they had a bag? Just was it?
Tucker ended up.
Was
with
it Tucker?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A different bag all the time. Different hat all the time. Vox, keep them safe. Keep me informed on our private channels. And make sure no one does anything stupid.
God, I hate that guy.
Before you go, I was told I will get what I want. You
Sirkin, you think that is top priority right now?
yes.
And to note, Kit, you weren't in the room when she made the request. But are you aware of what he wants? Basically, a time alone.
Yeah,
with
because
your dad.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
told her.
'cause-
We
okay.
talked
Yeah.
about it the night before.
Got it.
Because I said I told her I needed her to trust me with it, basically.
Got it.
If the Golds plan on firing a rampage, then it is absolutely necessary. It's nice to see you, Tobias.
Does that unlock anything?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Dread.
Because how could you forget?
He has never
How could
seen
you forget
me face
Sirkin's
to face.
voice?
But like the
Well,
voice, like,
Tobias
I
has
feel
never
like
seen me
that
face to
would
face.
maybe
That's the
connect.
reason
A
I
warm
came to
feeling in his
Kit.
hands.
Hang on, we're all talking at once. Give us some backstory on your dealings with Tobias. I
Sirkin
don't
and
think we've
Tobias have
established any.
never met in person because Sirkin was there to get information. He's been searching out Tobias. The entire
Right.
reason Sirkin's brought Kit around is for the purpose she accidentally uncovered. Was I needed her to find him.
Okay, so it
And so-
doesn't spark anything for Tobias because he doesn't know you.
But he would see my gold tie, and that's a symbol of the Gold's enforcers, is gold ties.
Right.
And I'm not to brag, people know who I am.
People know me.
I don't want to know who you
Yeah.
are.
I'll roll for him.
Sure.
Also, Kit's giving off really bad, like, she's pissed at him for, like, this morning.
Now she's
So she's got, like, this body language towards him that's, like, closed off and, like, fuck Sirkin energy, basically.
I genuinely need to know how Sirkin feels about that.
About her body language,
Yes.
I'll let you know when I notice it.
You notice everything in the room but social cues.
Damn.
That
I'm
tracks.
And that's my superpower.
I'm focused on Naraya because that's. I turned to greet Tobias, but I'm back to Naraya.
Naraya pauses in the doorway. She looks at Kit. I believe Kit should be the one to make that call. I must be going. And she walks away down a hallway.
Sirkin's fists clench so hard. He restrains himself from doing anything. Well,
After this morning, you're lucky I'm going to even talk to you.
And you feel Tobias' hand squeeze yours. Kit, is there something I need to know?
Do you want to talk about the last 72 hours yet? Because this man has a lot of influence on them. And maybe I think that's a discussion you and I need to have before you and him have a discussion.
And he looks at you, Sirkin. I am all about regaining any knowledge that I can about my life, especially recently. But she's right. We only just reconnected minutes ago, and I don't think I'm done.
Allow me to make myself perfectly clear. You and you, looking between Kit and Tobias,
Yeah.
will not stand in my way.
Kit's
What
gonna laugh.
I need is more pressing. But we will have our conversation, Tobias Pfeiffer. You will not leave here without this conversation. And Sirkin exits the room.
Man thinks his daddy issues are more pressing than mine. Pretentious prick.
Does anybody else feel like Sirkin
Sorry, Dad.
walks without
Oh.
moving his arms?
He just walks without moving his arms. He doesn't swing.
Does God, I forgot her name again. Bubber?
Bobbled.
Bobbled.
Bobble.
It was just Bobbles. Bobble, but then
Yeah, now it's bobbled.
now it's Bobbled because you added the T.
Well, that's the what's the word? That's the long for the true the. I can't remember the name.
When I
of
storm off, does Bobble follow me?
From a distance.
Yeah. I can sense that she's following me, and I'm going to walk to a place that will leave her and I secluded.
Okay.
If there's one thing I hate more than Sirkin, it's the idea that someone could like Sirkin.
And when we reach a point that we are by ourselves, I turn and I make eye contact with her, and I use my new stunt, the push. While on X, roll expertise versus will to force an idea or perception into someone's mind. So I
Are
wonder
you
what
doing a
her
Jedi fucking
will is
mind
like.
trick.
I
It's
think this
only
is
when
a
I'm on
Sith mind
X.
trick, not Jedi.
It's only when I'm on X, because we talked about how it almost feels like I'm inside people's brains when I'm connecting with them.
I don't ever want to hear about Sirkin being inside somebody.
Nope. I'm uncomfy now.
My expertise is +5.
I no
That's
longer
the
fear
roll.
that Kit is going to become Sirkin, though, so that's reassuring.
Say that again. What?
I no longer fear that Kit is going to follow in the path of Sirkin, so that's
Oh, no.
reassuring.
See, Sirkin wants to build trust and he wants Kit to trust her, but he continues to do X, which keeps breaking down that trust.
Mhm.
So as he continues to do such things and continues to be so selfish, the less and less she trusts him.
Thank God. We don't need Junior running around. I think that's worse than Sirkin.
Oh no.
So yeah, she is following behind you with kind of this weird grin on her face, just like studying, seeing what you do, and you turn and make eye contact. What's the thought that you are trying to push into her mind?
The thought I push in her head is, you trust me implicitly.
And as you have that thought, you see across her eyes something shifts, and then the smile comes back even bigger.
I have to know whether it was a succeed with style, because I have different consequences that happen to me for using this.
Oh, okay. She had a 2 to your 5, so is a +3, so that's a succeed with style.
Succeed with style means it works and I face no ill consequences.
Yes.
But for drama's sake, I get a nosebleed.
And she quickly runs up and pulls a rag out of her pouch.
Did you just cast friends?
Kind of, yeah.
And hands it to you. You're leaking.
You're too kind.
Cast friends on someone else.
I
Someone
thought
on-
you were about to say you
Takes-
are too.
Dabs his nose, and then he says,
Simba.
Take me to Leonard's workshop.
Take you to Leonard's workshop.
That's where I asked her to take me.
Oh.
Don't think it didn't cross my mind to baptize her with my blood, because it certainly did.
Oh my god, we're gonna have little occult people.
Sirkin starts a cult. That's the Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Sirkin
so
for sure
she-
needed the veto.
Yeah, for
He
sure.
leads you down one of the hallways,
Mhm.
and you can feel the energy in the space is heightened. There are people still all over, but they're starting to congregate more towards that war room where you recently were. So it's a little less crowded in the hallways as it might have been on a normal day. She opens up this set of double doors, and in this space, it's a little larger than you might expect. The ceilings even go a little higher. There's a workbench, and there's this large, some vehicle of some sort. It's not quite like anything that you've seen previously. It's not like a car. It looks somewhat like a car, but not quite like one you've seen. And it's currently being suspended above the ground on some winches. And there is another individual in there working away on something. He tended to work in here. He doesn't really have his own office or anything. You know, he's kind of new, but this is where he tended to spend a lot of his time.
Help me search for any drawings or writings. The more haphazard, the better. And I'm gonna roll investigation to see if I'm looking for, the way Kit was describing things to me is that the things that were kind of coming through were kind of like not quite right. So I imagine like the handwriting is different, like something there.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 2 pluses and a negative. What's my investigation? Is a +1. I can't do math. That's 2. Yes.
So she leads you over to an area of the workbench that he tended to be working on, and currently there's, excuse me, it looks like multiple contraptions that have been started but never finished or never completed. Just tools everywhere. There are some papers and some mechanics, like mechanical drawings of how you might recognize some of these pieces could go together, but there seems to be something missing. And there's a sketch of somebody that looks vaguely like Kit, but not quite. And then even some like scribbled out sketches. And
I take one of the sketches and I pocket it.
okay.
Bubbles, were you here the night he arrived?
Yeah.
What can you tell me? Every detail you remember.
Okay. And she sits down on a stool near the bench and spins it around towards you. She keeps spinning around while she's talking. Let's see. He was brought down by Vox. I know that. Everybody was really upset with him, but he was all bloodied and beaten up. I honestly couldn't get a good look at his face because he was so badly damaged.
Were his things taken and given back to him? Or were they kept somewhere else?
I'm not sure that there was a lot on his person at the time. Except for the clothes on his back.
Fascinating. Do you know where he keeps his personal possessions?
Yeah, in probably his bedroom that he sleeps in.
Take me there.
Okay. I'm gonna roll Will one more time. We're gonna see how long this push continues to live in her head. Okay. Leads you back down the way you came. And Britt, I'll let you know that in order for Sirkin to head towards a bedroom, he will pass you. Where are you and Tobias? What are you going to do now after Sirkin walks away?
I probably would have. Ted, do you think you're ready for the conversation with me, or do you want to?
I want to catch up as soon as possible. Let's go somewhere private.
Let's go to my bedroom.
Honestly, that's where he'd take you.
Yeah. Okay.
So he leads you back towards the bedroom that you met him in yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And he pulls a chair over and he takes a seat on it and offers for you to sit on the bed. And he closes the door behind you. I can't help but feel like I have done something bad. If that man is wanting a conversation with me.
Sirkin?
I can't help. Your glib look right now is cracking me up. Sirkin? That fucker? I don't even care. Is that his name? Sirkin?
Sucker Sirkin? Yeah.
Circin D's
Oh,
nuts.
the mood
got
changed
him.
about
Well,
Sir.
so last night, this is what's going through Kit's head. So last night, he asked for Kit to trust him about, her dad and Nan and Kieran, and she felt like she could, because she saw him vulnerable when he was coming down off X. But then he went right back on it that morning, and that's when she's like, okay, so you don't want to change, you don't want to do anything to help me help you. And so she has a disgust towards them. But then when she heard him say to Naraya that that's what he wanted, because she assumed he knew that her and her dad had a conversation, that the fact that his wants and what he wanted to do was even above her trying to find her dad felt so disrespectful. So she's just it was like the straw that broke the camel's back this morning.
Starting season 2 off right, guys.
So, I have questions myself. Did you do something? Do you remember? What do you remember? What happened?
I remember you. And he gestures to other drawings that were at the table and in the bedroom. Clearly, I knew there was something about you.
So, the night
It's foggy.
the night you left. It was weeks after Pop's funeral. And you kept saying, "Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Don't worry, I'll take care of it."
Take care of
Good
what?
things are the shop, Nan and I. Oh, Nan. And she remembers that he doesn't know about Nan being taken, and you kept saying, "Good things are coming. There's a light at the end of the tunnel." And you kept promising that to Nan and I. And then one day, you were gone. We woke up, you were gone. And I just assumed maybe you had, drank a little too much and, maybe lost your way for the day. But then became days and weeks, and things started getting worse. I couldn't keep up with the work. It was just me. There was no Pops, no you, And Nan knows nothing about what's underneath a hood.
He gets up from his chair at this point and kind of paces around, like trying to think.
And I've hated you. I've hated you for the last few months. And she's clenching her fists and closing her eyes. I hated you. That I kept telling myself the first time I saw you in person, I was just gonna punch you in the face. And so when I came down here and Naraya brought me in and I saw your face and it was empty, like you had no idea who I was. But now you're here and you're remembering. And I realized that you just didn't leave us. You had no idea you left us. And I spent all this time hating you.
Do you still hate me?
No. It's all been redirected to the bastard in the other room.
At that point, Sirkin rips the door open, throws the door open.
What the fuck do you
You can stay
want?
for this or you can go, but decide now. There's not much time.
The fuck do you... What?
He
And at this
grabs
point- Yeah, Tobias is going to put himself between you
Yeah.
and Kit. Like, sir, Sirkin? Was it Sirkin? Listen, I know that I must have done something that I have a lot to make up for, and I am prepared to do it.
Sirkin throws his hand to his throat to shut him
Nope.
up.
And Kit is gonna... Kit?
Smack him with a wrench. Smack him with a wrench. Smack him with a wrench.
Kit's gonna reach down and take her wrench and smack Sirkin in the head with it.
Roll the hit.
What do you want me to roll? Fight?
Yeah, roll fight.
Fight, yeah, fight.
Okay.
Ginger snap.
3.
That is a 2.
Oh.
Bam! Take a point of physical stress.
I'm going to spend
Did he
a
ever
fate
heal from his
point
concussion?
to use my other stunt, Pain is in the Mind, to convert physical stress into mental stress. So she hits me with that pipe, and I do not move. I do not break eye contact. Yes, T?
Does he still have a concussion? It's been 2 days.
It's been a day.
Well, game rules he does.
Yeah, game rules I don't.
Medical real life rules? It's another story.
So she whacks me, and then I'm gonna spend one more fate point and make Tobias dead in his eyes and says, I don't know how long this will last. Remember everything.
Oh shit.
I know it's gonna be temporary. I just need the window.
Oh shit.
Thank you, Kit, for luring him into a place where he'd be alone. I appreciate you putting him in a trap for me.
I appreciate the manipulation.
And now, because this is so severe, I like how long it's lasted on Bobbled. I don't expect it to last that long on him, because I'm asking for something that's asking for a lot in his brain.
Yeah, because this is beyond pushing a thought into his mind.
Mm-hmm.
This is asking his mind
Distracting.
to do something
Right.
that maybe it's not capable of doing.
Right.
Let's roll and see what happens.
That is a 5 will. Or 5,
Very cool.
no, that's not will. So it's a 4 expertise.
He's got a concussion.
So he rolled very poorly, like very poorly. But because of the circumstances, and the fact that you just not only got hit in the head, but converted that to mental strain, I'd like you to take 1 extra point of mental strain.
Got it.
But pinned against the wall with a hand across his throat, you see like this fear, like in his eyes at first, and like looking at Kit, and as soon as he glances at Kit, you see his face change. And the eyes are not as fearful at you, but almost envisioning something that he's afraid to see. And you feel like he was gripping at your hand, and it just kind of goes limp as he's just bearing into Kit's eyes, almost using her eyes as a gateway into the rest of his memories.
No matter how little it makes sense, say whatever is on your mind.
I left you that night. I was in over my head. We were in trouble with the Gold family. We owed lots of money. I was on the X, and I went to win. I didn't know how, but I needed to, and I lost, and I lost. I'm sorry.
Where's the formula?
Looking like a true junkie.
Yep.
I don't know.
Sirkin lets go completely and leaves the room, leaving Kit alone with her father, who will very soon forget again.
Nope, she's gonna chase. No, she's walking after Sirkin.
All right, go for it. Let's do it.
How fucking dare you?
I told you
And
what I needed.
but how dare you think that your needs are above anyone else's?
There was a chance that could have worked and brought him back completely. Would you rather I have not tried at all?
Yeah.
Well, that makes us different then, doesn't it? If I have
Funny.
the chance to get everything I want in an instant, I will grab it with no hesitation. You should do the same.
Yeah, but I get my resources in a way that doesn't make me look like a giant asshole. And she's gonna walk and turn her back, and she's not gonna listen to anything he has to say to her, and slams the door to her dad's room.
Sirkin smiles back at her and turns and walks away.
Sirkin, will you roll a lore for me?
Absolutely. That is a 2.
Because if that's what you're really searching for is the formula, you heard Nariah talk about how they used him to steal it out of there, but it was brought back here, essentially.
I guess when I was asking about the formula, it wasn't about, like, finding the formula the formula's not the important part. The formula is what Kieran wants. So that's why I know that. And I wanted to figure out how him and the formula got together. That's
Okay.
what I'm looking for. How did he become in possession of it? Because I was sent after him to find it. So that means he has to know. There's got to be a way he got that information.
The information of the formula at all?
Yeah, because it was, as I understand it, he stole the formula, or it was stolen, but he ended up in possession of it, and that's when the formula went missing.
Yeah, he was sent in by the Knights just because they thought he was anonymous enough that he could pull it off, plus with his mechanical engineering, not because he wanted to get the formula, not because of something he knew.
Oh, they had him steal it after he was Leonold.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh, I didn't
catch that at all.
I thought something happened post
Yeah.
stealing the formula.
Okay, I love you.
So, all right. So the fact that he was saying he didn't know then confirms that in Sirkin's head that it was not that's when he makes that connection that Leonold stole it, not Tobias.
Essentially.
That means he needs Leonold back.
But
Tobias
again,
is now completely useless to me.
oh my god. No, he
No,
was
that's not
brought
true. I'm
here
kidding. I'm
after-
messing with you, kid. I promise.
He was brought here after
No,
the
he's not.
fight, and they didn't know what to do with him, and they nursed him back to health. They
Gotcha.
didn't want him wandering the streets and maybe leading somebody back to them, so they kind of kept him safe for now. And then he proved useful, and so they're like, well, maybe we could use him because he's kind of a nobody. And he was willing because he owed them kind of a debt of gratitude.
Gotcha.
This wasn't his like plan. He just wanted to help the people that helped him.
Got it.
On that stormy note, let's track back to Max's.
I have decided that I'm gonna split the party. I'm
Can't
joking.
do it. We're already
I'm
split.
joking. I'm joking. I actually, well, it depends on everybody else. But what's your order of operations? You're just doing work right now, you said, Theo? You're just
Yeah,
working, reading
that
the
was just kind of setting up so we could bounce over.
Okay. While you're kind of just like mulling over with paperwork and catching up and stuff, did you leave that tracking device anywhere? Like the actual like radar part of it?
Yeah, I think it would just be on Theo's desk.
Maybe on your desk?
Yeah.
Just trying to decide if I ask for it or if I swipe it. Yeah, okay. So I'll go over to your desk there, Theo, while you're working, and be like, speaking on what I said earlier. Mind if I follow up on that?
That would actually be greatly appreciated. And Theo's going to slide open the top drawer and hand him the radar tracker thing.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna rooftop hop and see where Liana is at.
So we established that with the tracker, you have to be within a certain.
I'm heading to the university.
Okay.
So, like, the last place I saw her is where I'm gonna go to see if it beeps.
Okay. So are you trying to be stealthy? It's the middle of it's morning.
Yeah, hit me with I'm gonna aspect giving up the ghost to try to be as stealthy as I possibly can as I'm getting up to the rooftops and then making my way downtown.
Okay.
Swinging
Walking
fast. Buildings past as I'm no Wayland. That's right. That was a little double entendre for
Nice.
the folks at home. Oh, mamma mia. Wait, no, that's actually really good. What the hell? So that is 3 plus 2 plus 2.
7.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So being so good at remaining in the shadows and being hidden for that year that you were, you get up onto the roofs and expertly hide yourself from any person that would be able to see you.
Good, because there's a lot of people that are trying to see me right now.
Yes, there really
He
are.
goes off on his own.
Uh-huh. You make your bed, that's fine. And you make your way all the way to High Point University. And as you get like a block away from the university, you notice the tracker starts to light up. And it kind of has a grid on it that shows the direction of where somebody would be.
Okay.
It doesn't like tell you how far or close. It just
Yeah, like the dragon radar.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, cool. So I'm gonna just like skirt rooftops until I get to. Oh, that's not a kiss
I-
time.
Yes, it is.
Until I get to closer to the blip.
So, as you get closer in that 7, a single soul doesn't see you. There are a lot of students and professors walking the grounds at this point. But the tracker leads you to that same large courtyard, kind of in a U that you had previously been. And you notice that the clump of buildings on the left side.
There's a sign that says "Get better, Chad."
There's a little sign and flowers on that corner.
He's dead. There's a little.
He
Akaris.
survived. It
There's
was
an
just his.
imprint in the ground
Sorry,
of the
instead of
shape.
flowers, it's unopened condoms.
Yeah, it was his libido. It was his
It's-
libido
yeah,
that
it was-
died.
There's some like abstinence group who made T-shirts that be like Chad.
Nice. I love that.
If you give
We
me
can make
one
that shirt.
margarita.
Give me one margarita. I'ma fall on your face from a distance.
So yeah, there's a clump of buildings, and you can kind of target. She's in one of those.
Okay, cool. And it's like university, right? So like lots of windows and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can I get right on top of the blip?
Yeah, if you want to use your, you'll have to use your hook to get up to another floor.
Mhm.
Because as you're seeing that it's like as you're pointing it in certain directions, you understand that she's higher than ground level, and lower than the roofs. So you get right to her window. And what are you doing? Are you trying to look in? Are you trying to open it?
I'm trying to spy, yeah.
Okay. So roll a perception.
And this is what I'm not so good at. Mamma mia, it's just not bad. That's so okay. 2.
That was quite the sentence.
2.
I mean, I thought I was bad, but it was just totally okay. Yes, 2.
So you look around and you don't see anybody inside.
Nobody's inside?
Mm-mm.
Is the window locked?
Try it.
I try it.
There's no class on a Thursday?
Everyone's got different schedules.
Thursday morning. Okay, yeah, I try it. I try the window.
And you open the window, and this is a dormitory.
Oh shit. There's nobody in it. It's a dorm. But her blip is blipping. Her shoes are in her fucking dorm. She's got more than one pair of shoes. That makes sense.
Is Waylon saying all this
I
out
love
loud
the
in her?
connection happening in Austin's brain verbally.
I love it.
She has more than one pair of shoes, Waylon says. Shit. Now, do I do the R. Kelly man in the closet? Or do I just wait?
That was a statement. Oh, wow.
You don't know that song?
No, I'm well aware of the song.
Yeah, you know the song.
That's
Yeah.
just quite the artist to pull after
Oh, sure,
Drake
sure.
fell last episode.
Sure. Anyway. It's just a funny song.
All 28 of them.
All of them. Okay, so no, what I will do then, you know, I've got the patience of a saint. I'm just gonna go to the
That's
roof right
not
above. I don't know what you're. I'm not going in the closet. I'm closing the window. I'm gonna go wait on the roof, and I'm just gonna sit cross-legged until I hear noise.
Interestingly enough, as you start to close the window, the dormitory door opens. And Liana is in a robe and kind of drying her hair.
Okay, but I'm outside the building, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, you... Right?
Yeah,
you never went
I
in?
was leaving.
Okay.
I was leaving. I would not close the window while I'm inside if I'm leaving. So
Right.
I close
Okay.
the window. I'm very sneaky. It's not weird. I don't have to feel any sort of way with Theo.
Do you want to? Because I still have fate points.
Shush your mouth. Shush your whole mouth.
For
Okay,
protection of
cool.
this NPC, I will veto that fate point.
Okay, cool. I've got my target. Now it's just about being patient.
So
I'm
what's
not going to
your-
hang off the side of the building. I'm going on the roof.
Okay. And so you're just waiting until the blip moves?
Well, either the blip moves or like there's only a couple exits, right?
Yeah.
So I'm patient. I'll just wait, see if she moves either direction.
How long are you prepared to wait?
Until the sun sets? Until after the sun sets?
Okay. So you're waiting on the roof of Liana's dorm. Theo
far as-
and Alsvid is still.
If I have to say this to Buzzer, I will. Like, she's, as far as I know, my only ticket to the Axiom, folks. That's
Sure.
what I'm waiting for.
Got it. You guys are still at Theo's and you're working, and Theo, you hear a knock on the door.
Theo doesn't answer it because he expects Tabitha to, and then once he realizes Tabitha's not going to answer the door, he gets up and answers the door.
You open it and there's nobody there.
Fuck.
Perception to see if anything is left.
Sure.
Do you see a little red dot, like
So
between your
whopping
eyes or
one.
on your shirt?
Yeah, you look around, you don't see any sign of anybody. But Al and Theo roll. Well, you just rolled a perception. That was a 1. Al, roll a perception.
Theo is probably going to palm his gun, though.
Oh, that's not good. That is a. It's even. It's bad. Well, it's not as bad as I thought. That's 2.
Okay, that's fair. On the ladder. Al, from inside, you just hear like a creak on the floorboards above. Until you don't hear anything. As you see that there's nobody there and shut the door.
I'm gonna grab Theo's collar and pull him inside. And
Theo draws
What do you draw?
his gun.
Oh, with what?
What kind of gun are you drawing?
Just a standard 9mm.
Pencil, watercolor.
Theo
I just
has
wanna know
to
how you're
admit, he
drawing
doesn't-
You have paper on hand, I know that, but like, is it ink? Like, are you just sketching it? How do you draw this?
Finger painting. It's just like a charcoal.
You don't draw it with the gun, surely. I don't even know how you would do that. Unless you trace
You
it,
put the
like one of
pen
those.
in the gun barrel.
The
That's how you
carbon.
draw a gun with a gun.
Anyway, I'm so sorry.
I like that.
He
I
draws
like
the gun.
Good
He
joke.
draws the. I'm sure it's an excellent drawing.
Is the bookcase still closed?
Yes.
Okay. Theo will probably kind of like move behind his desk and keep an eye on the stairs.
Are you gonna make me do this?
No, I'm gonna wait for them like a logical individual.
Okay. Okay. Valid point.
Got me there. You got me there for sure.
I can't remember how is Max's set up. Is the staircase is like the bar next to
So
the
it's
staircase?
basically like the entryway would be like the little foyer area. Mid area is going to be Tabitha and Theo's desk, and then behind Theo's desk is going to be the bookshelf. Then you have the bar, and then the staircase is like the opposite far corner.
because I'm gonna try it because I don't. Me myself and I don't want to be in the same spot as Theo, so I'll draw that big iron that I may have
The big old
acquired,
cowboy gun.
and I'm gonna get behind the bar instead.
So as you're sitting there and waiting, Theo, probably at this point, you start to hear a creak on the ceiling above, on the floor above you. And multiple creaks? More than one person would probably make?
An elephant? That's ridiculous.
And then you hear those creaks kind of go towards the stair area. And then you hear another knock at the door.
Theo ignores the door.
You hear another knock. Theo, I'm here. You called me. I don't know what you want me to do.
We're just looking at each other like, this is about to turn into the Alamo.
Whisper from across the room.
I mean, his desk and the bar are fairly
Oh
close.
yeah, they're not that far. They're not that far.
I guess I'll just wait out here.
How did the foot creaks respond to...
You heard them stop as soon as there was that other knock at the door.
Okay. Theo just keeps waiting.
And help me understand, is this a building or is this a house? I can't remember what we established.
I thought it was like a building.
This is like a downtown building. It's like downstairs you have the establishment, and upstairs you have like the little town home addition on. So
like the apartment above the store.
yeah,
It's like a condo. A small condo.
From the window in the kitchen, you hear a crash. What's your vantage point from where either of you are at to see inside the kitchen?
so the kitchen would be next to, like, to get into the kitchen you have to go behind the bar. So technically Theo could like look in to see the window, but like there would be a door. So outside of just hearing the crash, Theo wouldn't be able to see anything.
Then if you don't see anything, then moments later you notice the room starting to fill with some smoke.
Theo opens the bookcase.
Theo, I'll come out when I'm ready.
Theo grabs her by the wrist and then just sprints towards the glass pane and then jumps through it.
In the front of the building?
Yes.
Oh shit!
Okay, we
Gotta
established
protect
that
Tabitha.
Tabitha is a big woman. So roll
What does that deal with grabbing her arm?
Yeah, he's just
I mean-
pulling her.
jumping or putting her through a window?
Well, she has
Theo
to
is
jump
jumping
too.
through the window.
She's just
Tabitha's
trailing
not
behind.
Stupid. She's just going to be running behind.
Okay, is this a-
Tabitha is going to understand if a gun is drawn, Theo is grabbing and then running. I don't think no matter how angry Tabitha is, she's not going to be like, no, fuck you.
No, I thought what it thought you said is you grab her and then like you both jump through a window.
No, like
She's a hefty woman.
no.
She's
I
coming
open
with,
the bookcase to like alert her, grab her to like gesture, and then Theo's going to run and jump through the front glass window.
Okay. And after you jump, then moments later you see her like swing open the door and the goon from the other night is standing there. What the hell? What's going on?
Theo just points the gun towards the stairs in the kitchen.
And you're outside?
Mhm.
Okay, just making sure.
Being aware there's also an upstairs, he's not going to be like directly aware so he can't see anything up above, but
Yeah. That's a me thing, right?
yeah.
Probably me. Shit, okay.
Are they both here?
One is just one is there and one's just like getting
Park
into
in
the
the
car
Okay.
and like deer in headlights, grabs gun. That's a me thing. That's an us thing. Let's go. So then they both go in. What are you doing out alone in the
As soon as I see that smoke moving, I'll move to the bookcase. I don't think I'd
To
jump out
inside?
of the building just yet, but I'd be posted up looking out.
Oh, he's like just taking like better cover.
Yeah, I'm moving towards the outside of the building, but I'm coming this way.
roll
Called bounding cover.
a stealth check.
I've played tactic games. That's pretty close to your experience.
And it really kind of is. Just because I can, I'm gonna. I'll invoke for the +2 just to
Invoke what?
continue. Again, I'll invoke in too deep because I'm refusing to leave the situation.
Sure.
So that'll be that cancels.
At what point can I start using Obsidian? Since people
That'll
never
be
joined
just
in?
a +3.
We'll talk about it.
Bet.
+3.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you getting inside the bookcase and closing it, or
I'd get inside it. I don't know if I'd close it.
okay? I'm gonna make a roll, so it's fair. So as you're in there, you can hear the footsteps coming down the staircase, and then you hear some other breaking of glass from the kitchen, and some heavy footfalls kind of land on the ground, and some slow crunching over the glass, and you hear like a and
I
you
think
just
the moment Theo would see somebody, I think he fires.
Oh, same. That's why I'm staying in the bookcase because my shoot is dog shit.
so when you broke through the front window, is this like floor to ceiling front window?
Yeah, just like it, because it's a typical, like it's a bar, so there's still going to be that like window
Yeah.
to see into the bar.
Yeah. And so then you just kind of ducked around the side.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. You can make a stealth check too.
I'm gonna probably be using Man of Many Masks for this, just in case.
He's actually John Wick.
But stealth is +1, so that's a +3 for stealth, so I won't need to invoke.
Okay. Then with a stealth in that +3, which is a good, then you can kind of tuck around and you see now the space is starting to fill up with smoke all around. So you can make out a figure in the smoke. You can't quite see who or what it is.
I think Theo fires.
Oh, you're gonna shoot me in my ass.
Roll shoot.
You're gonna shoot me in my ass.
All right, we are gonna invoke Man of Many Masks on that one and re-roll. Thank God that makes that a 3. The first one would have been a 0.
You shoot. Maybe a ricochet would have gotten him.
Maybe.
Shoot him from behind. Confuse the fuck out of him.
Oh, I'm mentally preparing to get shot.
So what would you roll? Sorry.
A 3.
Okay. So you take a shot and in the smoke, you see the body kind of duck and look towards you. And he's going to return a shot.
Okay.
Roll a defense.
I don't see that. I got to figure out how this works now. I don't.
Any
I've
one
not-
of the ones with a shield on it, if you can justify it, you roll that.
Is one of the guards still near me though?
They've started to go in. They're
So
like
they're
in
inside
the
though.
door. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I don't understand what you mean by shield.
In the thing, there's like little shield-looking things, and then there's do you not?
Yeah, you can use agility if you're trying to dodge.
So
Yeah,
so
like
the,
that might be
a thing.
athletics. Athletics.
Yeah.
Oh, just
Athletics.
athletics. Oh, not great.
Or you can continue to use stealth.
Yeah, I'll stick with stealth. At least gives
Okay.
me a +1.
It's kind of like there's so many of these skills you can use as a defense. You just have to justify how
Okay.
you're using it to defend.
That's a 2 for stealth.
So as you're like ducked around and you shoot, and immediately with rapid precision, you feel this bullet like lodge itself into your arm.
Okay.
He had a 3. So take 1 point of physical stress.
I take it back. I will be using a stunt expeditiously, much quicker than I anticipated.
Ah,
wow.
Al,
Whenever that goes back to that.
Al, what are you doing?
Because there is now fire, I'm going to fan fire in. just go, and
You're just letting it go.
I'm just letting it go, and
Do
I'm
you
gonna
have
try
any
it,
other rounds?
and I'm gonna
Except
try
the
and
6?
jump out the window as well.
Okay, roll a shoot.
Oh God.
This is the gun you stole from Sirkin's car, right?
Yeah, that's what
It
I'm saying. Do you have any other bullets than the freaking 6 that you're about to fire?
Nope.
I mean, it's practically a club, so
I forgot to tell you there were blanks.
Yeah, that wasn't a question to Sirkin. Is what would it have been loaded with?
I believe we
Incendiary
decided
rounds.
that I had high caliber, like
Armor piercing.
big boom bolts.
Yeah,
So
I think
that
this
is-
was a conversation we
Yeah.
actually had.
I was gonna remember.
I want. Can you invoke the same aspect twice?
Yeah, you just
Okay.
lose more fate points. You're down to 2.
I think I'm
You
trying
could
to
use
decide
fleet of foot in mind.
if I want to re-roll. Well, for the shooting part of it, I don't
Oh.
think fleet of foot of mine is gonna work. I think I'm gonna go with in too deep again, and I'm just gonna let's re-roll. Why not? Better aspect. So it's a +2.
Okay. Shit.
I'm not cleaning this up.
You won't need to. The fire will. Fire cleanses all. Wait. Let me do a better Sirkin impression. Fire cleanses all.
So then, you you take the rapid shots like all.
Oh yeah, I'm just
fire
like
enough.
firing it off, and then like haphazardly, and then I'm gonna jump out the window.
Is
Okay.
there any kind of boon he would get for like releasing his whole clip? You know, like to roll 1 dice for 6 bullets.
There's a stunt. That's a stunt idea. Like,
Yeah,
fully
I'm not a
unload.
gunslinger though.
Yeah.
Well, you better be now, but because they rolled so low, so you
Oh, they
fan
roll low.
across the room, and
Fuck yeah.
you hear
never
some
mind.
muffled like, but then you hear a, fuck, I'm on your side, God,
I knew it.
Oh shit. Of
and
course.
instantly on your side, then you hear a pop, and he's like, God, what are you? That guard's been put down. Sorry, Theo.
One
But
less
then
mouth to feed.
you're making your way outside. Are you guys running or are you just posting up there?
Theo stays there, and I'm gonna use roll call.
There we go.
Tell us what roll call is.
So roll call is when in a sticky situation, I can call in favors to get enforcers at my location. And so Theo, being a lawyer, has represented his fair share of hitters. So Theo is going to be calling in one of them favors to him.
So
So this isn't the Buster call though, right? This is the small version of that.
this is the Buster call.
This
No,
is like
the Buster call.
this
Yeah,
is like
I
the-
have roll call, not the face, and then fake it till you make it.
Oh, this is the big. Oh
No, this is the call. He's got to make sure Tabitha's okay. This is the call.
Wow.
Well, I get 3 a scenario, so
So what's that conversation look like?
Theo just picks up, and I feel like Theo has just like a folder of favor
Yeah.
calls.
I was
Um,
wondering. Sorry to interrupt. I was wondering if you just had like a speed dial button
Yeah,
that would just send a message.
I think
to-
that's kind of how it is. Like, because Theo's got these scenario, like he's always if-then situations, so he just hits that auto and then waits.
They pick up the phone, and all of a sudden, all they hear is "Go."
The message is
Does
just
Sirkin's
Max's
phone-
now.
Does Sirkin's phone vibrate?
I would assume so.
I was actually gonna ask, did I get him when I get to my phone? I'm gonna presume I left my phone in the room because this
Sirkin
makes
was
more
about to be
interesting.
a phone call from Theo.
I'm
before
on
this
my way
popped
back
off.
to the room, and I was wondering if I would have a message from the Golds and from Theo.
Oh, like to go to
Yeah.
kill, and then to go to save.
Yeah.
We'll sort that out in a second.
Sure.
But you don't have your phone with you. or you
No,
do?
I'm walking back to our room because I'm gonna move out of mine and Kit's room into my own room. So I'm going back to get my stuff.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, it's gonna take a moment for people to come to you, but in that time, they're gonna take another shot at both of you. Roll either stealth or agility. as a defense.
Oh, thank God. That's a 5.
Hell yeah. Can you catch the missile?
I'm a monk.
That's a.
We have established Theo is a monk, so
Oh yeah, Wang Chung, right?
yeah.
So these bullets just kind of go wide and narrowly miss both of you.
Can I shoot back?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how combat works. I don't want to be forcing more turns than kind of allowed.
Go ahead and shoot.
Okay. We're gonna actually use a fate point that time.
On what?
We're re-rolling.
But with which aspect?
Oh, man of many masks.
Again, he's John Wick. He can't miss.
Whew, that's a 3. Better than the -2.
Yeah, I'd say.
Oh God.
So with that shot, you line one up, and Al, from your vantage point too, out of the smoke, someone's coming with a gun, and
Do
it's
they have a bow
glass.
tie?
It's a glass gun?
No, it's glass from Sigurd's reach. And as he like points his gun up, Theo fires off, and it catches him right in the shoulder, and he falls to the ground.
Oh, Omar.
Omar Glass, yeah. Al, what are you doing?
Well, that gun is useless to me now, so I am just gonna put it back in my back, and then I'm gonna pull my switchblade out. And I'm gonna, if somebody walks through this doorway, they're about to get ganked.
And
But
what's
I'm not
my
walking out
surviving
there.
guard doing?
What's the what?
What's the surviving guard doing?
He's in the mix of the smoke. You're unsure, you can't quite see what he's doing,
Okay.
but you know at least one of them was dead.
Is it the one I like or the one I don't like?
Probably the one you like.
It's the damn one you like.
That's fucked up, Bozer.
I mean, he was in front.
Yeah. And so somebody runs over to Glass, and
Takes another shot.
okay.
What'd you just crit?
That's a 5.
Fuck.
And he goes up and puts his arm on the shoulder as shot to try to get him, pull him off, but you immediately take a shot right in the head.
At the
Which one
wounded
was
one
this?
or at the one trying to help?
The one trying to help takes a shot to the head and drops to the floor.
Okay.
The other guard at this point, you can kind of hear from deep in the room, upstairs clear.
Theo goes in and drags or grabs the one that got hit in the shoulder by the foot out towards the front door.
And she's like, oh, fuck. What he's going to do as he's dragging is with his non-shot arm, he's going to grab the doorway and try to pull, and you might recognize something around his forearm.
The
That-
moment he resists, Theo is just going to mount him and start pummeling him in the face.
Okay, let's make a
Yeah, you
like
do what you
athletic-
need to do. That's just what I am setting up.
Sure, let's make a contested athletics.
Until I walk over there and kick this dude right in the face.
Would you roll?
Rolled good.
Only a
actually.
4, but like that's good for what I'm capable of.
Yeah. So as he goes and grabs, you see this band around his arm, like start to glow purple and activate as he's about to pull himself away from you. But before you see it too quick, and you throw yourself on and just pummel the shit out of him.
Yeah.
So he's not going anywhere.
Y'all about to see a real disturbing side of Theo.
What are you doing, Al?
Oh God. that guy's dead. Theo's actively. I'm assuming the smoke is starting to dissipate at this point, or
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the kitchen and see if anybody else, like, cautiously. I'm gonna go through the kitchen door and see if there's anybody else in the back there.
Check the door handle.
Roll perception or investigate. Either or.
That's flat. Where's my perception? So it's only a +2.
So you check the back. You said the back door?
Yeah, like, so we're like the door that leads into the kitchen, and then like that
yeah.
area. Make sure no one else, to clear the bottom floor.
Yeah, you're pretty certain there's no one else here.
And then I'll walk back in and be like, I think it was just the two of them.
Theo puts his thumb into the gun wound.
And Glass looks up and sees you, Al. Al, what the fuck? Get this guy off me!
I don't know what the fuck you're shooting at me.
I didn't know. I didn't see you.
Yeah, we heard you.
Did Kieran send you?
What the fuck? Of course he did.
Theo puts the gun under his chin and pulls the trigger.
Oh. That happens.
All right, so I don't think Sirkin is the BBEG anymore.
Of course
Theo
not. I'm
gets
the
up
hero.
and then immediately goes to check on Tabitha.
Tabitha is like around the side of the house, shaking like a leaf. See, I told you it's getting bad. You gotta get out of here. The light guard's gonna be here any minute.
Theo holsters the gun, and then it's time for you to go.
It's time for us to go.
Nope. You need to get out of here. If you have the chance, you need to stop and get Liana on your way out.
She just like grabs you by the face and gives you a big kiss on the cheek. You come out of there, it's okay.
Theo just sits down in front of the shattered glass on the ground.
And she's gonna jump in the car that she'd parked on the street. And you can see that it takes her a little too long to like fumble with some keys, but eventually and speedily drives off. The other guard that you hired comes out as several other cars start pulling up, and they get out and they've got like some weapons and some other things. Yo, Theo, what's up? What you need?
Oh shit! I thought it was. I had no idea. I forgot about that shit.
It's time to go to war.
What you talking about? What happened to your place, man?
Kieran is being erased today.
Oh. Brother, we didn't sign up for that.
Don't give a fuck. Each and every one of you owe me your life, owes me your family's life. You are now repaying that debt.
And you hear in the distance.
I don't suspect I keep all of them in this scenario.
Right. There are some that like stepped out of their car, heard that, and just like jump right back in and drive away. But some like take a second and nod, look at their other guys.
And I'm not going to make you
Reason-
answer right this moment, but I would like names for them so
Yeah.
I can note
For the
them.
ones that drove away.
No, like the ones that stay. Just because canonically I'm going to be
definitely
using
the ones
them
that
in
drove
the
away,
future,
'cause-
so we can actually just establish some in-game lore behind them and whatnot.
And yeah, they just kind of look at each other assuredly and, hey, you got us, we got you. And you hear some sirens making their way in the distance.
I'll call you guys. Just be available.
Always. And they get in the cars and drive away. At this point, there are some passerbys that had no idea this is how their Thursday morning was going to end up.
How much is Theo bleeding? That's 50% of my physical. I don't know how physical stress works, but
I don't think you take consequences until you pass that. So you're just like, you're just hurt. Like you
Okay,
you got
gotcha.
grazed.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're bleeding out of your arm for sure.
Yeah, Theo's just sitting there.
And you have some broken glass stuck in different parts of your body.
Theo's not in the wrong on this one. He's not concerned.
What are you doing now?
I'm slipping out the back. I'm leaving.
Can I ask, you just saw one of your
That's-
friends?
Yep, that's. Yeah.
Go for a little grieve.
Like, yeah, we had our differences when it came to, like, especially before the warehouse, but that is still, like, one of my lifelong friends.
Definitely his lifelong friend.
Oh!
And
Oh man.
it's gonna be a little grievance, space needed. For sure.
We're not going to split the party. We're going to fracture the party.
Bozer, I'd like to spend my last fate point to add a story element, story detail, if I may.
Okay, let's hear it first.
That was my god brother.
as we're like seeing the aftermath of all this, cutting back to Tabitha in the car as she's driving and comes to a stop and like jerks and looks down, and there's like a big piece of glass in her from the window.
What?
She didn't jump through the glass, though.
She went through the door.
She went through the door.
You took
she
her
went through the door.
window.
No,
Right,
no, he jumped.
Theo jumped through the glass.
Oh,
She
oh,
jumped
never
out
mind then.
afterward.
I was gonna
Yeah,
add some
no.
drama.
You can add drama to
There's
that
not
happening to
enough.
Theo. That I will absolutely take. But
That
like
is adding
Tabitha,
drama to
that would
Theo.
make sense.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna spend a fate point to make sure that Tabitha grabbed Kit's jacket from the closet before she.
I
Sorry,
would assume
it's
that would be something she'd grab. Oh, the problem is, so I guess we're gonna have to spend a fate point to make sure she grabbed her bags. I'll say Theo grabbed her bags before she left.
Yeah, when you told her to go, like,
Yeah.
she grabbed her stuff.
Yeah.
And Kit, yeah, she doesn't live there, but she kind of stays there, and so she grabbed whatever she needed, and including your jacket, because she's forever the mom, and
Yeah.
you didn't do anything wrong.
it's story. It's canon. We need it.
Who was the other one with Omar? Was that a named character, or was that just another Sigur's Reach?
It was Kiefer.
Oh, Keith. We hated that guy.
Keith.
Keith the Queef.
Jesus.
He wasn't part of Old Guard.
No,
he's just wearing the colors. He's not loyal to the
I
creed.
have Kiefer as member of Sigurd's Reach, has previously worked with Theo on a problem he had, was reluctant to help him, but Theo gave him the location of the heist. He's the son of Gertrude, whoever the fuck that is.
because you just said say hi to Gertrude for me.
Oh, that's right. And then he was very reluctant and not really on board for the Royal Warehouse heist.
Yeah, so he got sent. He got shot. Last note, Wayland, while you're sitting on the roof, you sit there for... Well, first of all, you get a text that says, Max's now.
All right. Well, I guess I'll see Kit and Circuit never. Yeah, I would follow that.
But I'll give you options, but then moments later you see the tracker. I guess it wouldn't be moments later, it'd be minutes later.
I like start to leave and then it starts to move.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a good question. What does Wayland do here?
Fuck. Because this is part of moving it forward.
And there's no real context to the now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Fuck,
think
I ignore
Wayland
it.
would have a reason to ignore or like to listen to
Yeah,
Theo's
I
text.
ignore it. I ignore it. Yeah, I would ignore it. I keep on the mission I started.
Okay. So as that tracker starts to move, you follow it. It stays in the building's area for a minute, and then it would be outside. So you see Liana exit the building. You see her like run down the courtyard, down to the street, and get into a car.
Okay. Yeah, I should be able to keep up with a car, like with traffic and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I follow.
I would check to see whose car it is. Is it hers?
I got like old man eyes, you know. I can tell that it's a car. You think I'm gonna see the license plate?
Would you know who drives what at this point?
Oh, would I recognize the car?
Roll
I don't
lore.
know. That's my best fucking roll, dude. Are you fucking joking? I rolled incredible. I rolled a 4.
Yeah, you recognize this car. You've seen it parked outside Theo's when Tabitha's been there.
Tabitha picked up Liana. Okay, so I am seeing Sirkin and Kid Never.
Well, Liana could take Tabitha to
I'll
where she
follow it.
knows there's a safe
I'll still
place.
follow it. I'll still follow it.
So with
Party's
Sirkin
split now
and
4 ways.
Kit's relationship broken in the Knights of Axiom, and with Al and Theo's relationship broken at Max's, and Waylon's headed to follow Tabitha with Liana in tow. That's where we're gonna stop tonight's episode.
That's a fucking season 2 premiere.
What a premiere! Jesus.
I would have so gotten shot.
Yikes!
God. It's
We
wartime.
really are never, ever, ever getting back together.
No, we're getting back together so soon.
Yeah, we're getting
So
back together
soon.
so fast.
I'm already percolating on it. It's happening.
Well, it won't be next episode. Theo's got to go to the precinct. Got to go to the hospital.
There's a bomb that's gonna visit the hospital.
I'm
need
assuming
a
I'm going to
new
see Kieran while
HQ.
I'm in the precinct.
Ooh, I know somebody who has a secret HQ. At least it's been a secret for a year. Right, Wayland?
Hey, that's true. I have a safe house. I have a safe house. I have a safe house. Episode one. I was like, "Hey guys, I've got a safe house, a place that nobody knows about." And Theo was like, "No, we'll go to Max's." And I was like, "Okay, that's fine." We could literally lay low, and we could
Can't
fit
go
a
back to
whole bunch of
Max's.
people there. Whoa. Well, you don't know about that.
Whoa!
Well, you don't know where it is. Only I know where it is. That's the thing about safe houses.
Is anybody else excited for Farley's response?
Oh my god!
Shout out to Farrells.
Yeah, if you are a big
He's
fan,
playing with my husband right now.
Whoa.
Don't say it loud.
what's that
Context.
mean?
They're
We
playing
all know
hunt.
what it means.
They're playing a game
They're
together.
kissing.
See what happens when you're a big fan of the show and you tell us about it? You get shout outs and we talk about you on the show.
Yeah, not like that Alec guy. We don't like him anymore.
Ugh.
Oh
He's all grown
no.
up now.
He's
Is
the
he bad
worst.
news?
But
Call.
thank you for returning the call, and thank you for everyone joining us on tonight's episode. Make sure that you like and subscribe so you can catch every exciting twist and turn of Cloudscape as we continue in season 2. But until next time, I am Bozer.
I'm Austin.
Josh.
I'm confused.
I'm gone.
I'm T.
And you just keep geeking out.
Geeking
out.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.